Good afternoon, everyone. On the part of this DMP, Daily Mains Program, 5th day, I gave you 2 questions yesterday. Number 1, let's start with the first question. First question, the new and emerging technologies, are becoming challenges and making irrelevant the geographical boundaries, sovereignty, national state, national laws and regulations. Explain and suggest measures to face such unavoidable challenges. Okay, Nandi? As far as this any question is concerned, every question contains 5 elements, 5 components. Number 1 is a task words or else question tags. Look at the question tags here. Number 1 is explain. Explain is the question tag or else a task word. Task word is nothing but what you have to do with this question, what kind of answer we have to produce. That's what explain. Explain is nothing but to give the reasons with description. Explain is nothing but to give the reasons for the description. So now we have to give the reasons with the description. See, look at what kind of, for which we have to give the reasons. The new and emerging technologies are becoming challenges and making the geographical are making irrelevant of the geographical boundaries, sovereignty, national laws and regulations. How these emerging technologies, what kind of emerging technologies? Present the digital technologies, the fourth industrial revolutionary technology like social media, like WhatsApp, okay, Facebook, Twitter. These are also technologies, and also digital technologies, cyber technologies, digital currencies, cryptocurrencies, and these are all making the geographical boundaries and geographical nation state and national laws, national these regulations, everything are becoming irrelevant. Because, for example, take for example the WhatsApp. WhatsApp, this headquarter, this Microsoft headquarter, or else Google, Microsoft, this Twitter, these are all these things are mostly situated in the United States of America. United States of America. These companies are not under the control of any nation, any individual nation, because they are multinational companies. They have their own laws. By taking the advantage from the globalized economic policies, globalized policies. That's why no nation is in a position to control the WhatsApp and other Twitter, etc., etc. Even the Twitter removed the account of the United States of American president when the Trump was in the United States of America president. So that is the power of MNCs now. They are taking the advantage from the globalized economic policies. So no nation is in a position to control these cryptocurrencies like social media, various digital technology, even internet is also. And these on the other way, that is one reason. And the second reason is these technologies are not physically controlled. They are invisible technologies. They are invisible in nature. They are flowing across the boundaries. Okay, no national army, no national this executive mechanism, constitutional process cannot control, because this is flowing invisibly across the geographical boundaries. So in this way, the geographical nation and geographical boundaries becoming irrelevant. They are becoming redundant, no use. Okay, this is what of course, as the essayist told that we have the geographical nations, we have the nation states. There are 193 UN recognized states are there, nations are there. They have their own constitutional process, they have their own law and order system, lawmaking, and every regulations also there. But however, these are all nations are not in a position to control these new technologies. This is what we have to give the reasons with explanation. Because number one, MNCs, by taking the advantages from this globalized economic policies, include China and these communist nations are also following this globalized economy. Okay, by taking the advantage from these global policies, these tech companies, okay, tech companies are controlling certain technologies. They are making the rule. Actually, they are ruling the world. For example, social media apps. That is one way. And second one is these nations are not, no nation, these companies are not in under the control of no nation. That is another. And third reason is, we have to give the explanation for this one, we have to expand or describe them. Third reason is, these are not physical assets, these are invisible in nature. Internet, okay, social media, digital in nature, digital flow, okay, they are flowing across the boundaries, across the geographical boundaries, across the continents. So across this, that's why these nation states are not in a position to control them. For example, data protection acts, etc., etc., came up to control them and suggest the measures to face such unavoidable challenges. Though these technologies are very important and unavoidable, I used the word this, unavoidable, because no nation cannot control them, should not control them, cannot control them, should not. Of course, China, such Iran, such nations, autocratic nations are controlling this, WhatsApp, etc., etc. But however, they have their own, because they are unavoidable. Because every nation should follow the other community of the nation for the economic purpose, etc. Because these are creating these are the symbols of the industry 4.0, fourth industrial revolution, because of these digital technologies. That's why for the survival of the economy, for modernizing of their economy, these are unavoidable. However, we have some certain challenges. What are the challenges? You have to explain certain challenges, like with commas within one sentence, 1 to 3 sentences. You have to spend for these challenges. What challenges? Some security challenges like cyber attacks, okay, and use terrorism, terrorist. For example, ISIS. It is used these technologies to raise the terrorism in the West Asia, to control them whole world. The major powers are fighting in the Syria. ISIS become the Syria Adda. Okay, Syria is become the Adda of the ISIS. IS is taking the advantage from this all technologies, even bomb making also. This bomb making is available to all people across the globe because of the taking the advantage. So see, in this way, terrorism, cyber attacks, now hybrid war, which is going on in Russia, Ukraine, we can see these are all the disadvantages from this one. And privacy, violation of the privacy, okay, human rights violation. So these are all are the challenges out of this one. Only few challenges only. So suggest the suitable measures to face such unavoidable challenges. Okay, this essay is also given certain things. As a being a president of the G20, India should take up such measures. Okay, number one, whatever the measures we have taken, that should be taken not by any single nation, cannot take it. That's why the global effort, the collective global efforts are very important to control such acts, because US cannot control. For example, AI, artificial intelligence come up. This Chat GPT 4, etc., Bard from the Google, etc., etc., came up. So everybody is fearing. Nobody, but no country is in a position to control them. So global efforts are important. For example, as far as the AI is concerned, United States of America is ready to control, to regulating such AI, the development of AI for the next generation, or taking giving certain space to prepare for to face the challenges coming out of this AI. But what about China? China is not controlling it. That's why US is not able to controlling it, not willing to control the AI developmental process. So in this way, the global efforts are very important to control this data, the cyber attacks, the internet regulation, AI regulation. These are all should be at the global level. So that is one suitable measure. Or else at the global bodies like United Nations Organization, or else WTO, etc., some other global technological agencies must take up this action instead of this individual nation state, so that we can effectively control this one. Because the MNCs are taking the advantage from this individual nations laws. They are not in a position. That's a global effort, they can't avoid that. So suitable suggestion is global efforts, the collective global regulation mechanism for each and every modern technology. For example, data processing. For example, as far as our India's Aadhaar data, they companies, or also our companies, storing the data is outside of the Indian sovereign state. So it is the against Indian sovereignty, is the threat to Indian sovereignty. That's why India take up this Data Protection Acts. According to the Data Protection Acts, that's every company, those who are controlling their data should be protected, should be stored in India itself. Okay, that's what. In that way, any country can take up these measures. And as far as China is concerned, China has its own this Google and Microsoft parallels, Baidu, etc., etc. As far as India is concerned, India is using it because it's a democratic nation. It is not imposing any conditions on the civil rights and the citizens' rights. That's why it is opened up. That's why India is facing more challenges compared to China. That's why India is taking up this Data Protection Act, cyber anti-cyber teams led by intelligence forces, coordination among the defense and these forces. This is at individual level, suitable measures important, and at a global level, we have to encourage the other nations to come to the table and to discuss and to bring about the certain regulation to control and to face such challenges. But these are unavoidable. Okay, in that way we have to discuss, explain, give reasons with explanation. That's what explain. Next one, suitable suggestion. Next, second question. As far as the second question is concerned, this is also from related to economy. The source, the Hindu main page news, monsoons stares at cyclone. Okay, this is not other question. Discuss the feasibility to reach India's global energy pledges. Discuss the feasibility to reach India's global energy pledges. Discuss. Here, the immediately you should not look at the subject. Look at the question tag. Discuss. What do you mean by discuss? There are around 27 to 30 question tags also there as far as the UPSC examination is concerned. Out of them, the most important word is discuss. What do you mean by discuss? Discuss is nothing but look at that issue or analyze that issue in 360 degrees angle. Okay, 360 socio-economic, political, cultural, psychological, philosophical, science and technology, etc., etc., even in historical, geographical as well. And discuss feasibility to reach India's global energy security. This topic is come under the environmental issue, the GS third paper. Okay, environmental issue. As far as the environmental issue is concerned, this discuss. So you have to analyze within the discuss, within the fold of environment, we have to analyze. And we have to link this environment with the economy, political, philosophical, cultural, etc. Because the environment is not, in order to protect the environment, this political dimension, economical dimension, environmental, every dimensionally, efforts from all dimensions, very important. That's why we have to use the word discuss, not other word. Here, the appropriate word is discuss. Okay, feasibility to reach India's global energy pledges. Okay, on the part of the global efforts as a responsible nation, India committed certain global pledges or committed certain commitments as a part of this ongoing United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, and other COP 21 and Paris Climatic Agreements, COP 15. That was okay. Under its part, India as a responsible nation gave pledges to the global community and to protect, to preserve itself. The global pledges, they especially there are two pledges. The number one is by 2017, zero emissions by 2070. That was one commitment. That is one commitment. And second commitment is okay to reduce the to non-renewable vehicle 50% by 2030. Present Indian vehicles, mainly vehicles are using the fuels, carbon fuels, petroleum, diesel, etc., etc. India wants to reduce these carbon fuels by 50% by replacing with EV vehicles by 2030. That is what the second commitment. In order to fulfill these commitments, India has been relentlessly, consistently putting lot of efforts. So now the question is, discuss the feasibility to reach that target. That's by 2030, by 2070. Okay, given the India's conditions, is it feasible? Feasible is nothing but is it practical? Whether these commitments are practical or not, or whether these commitments are viable or not, or whether these commitments are implementable or not? That's what this question discuss in 360 degrees. First, as far as to reach these targets are concerned, India has to invest the trillions of dollars. India is suffering from the lack of investment for its socio-economic goals. So now India is suffering from the lack of investment around trillions of dollars. India needs around $10 trillion investment to fulfill these two targets. So that is not practical. However, India is, in order to meet this challenge, India is inviting private investments into this, even in the climatic efforts. That is one way. Okay, good. Next, second feasibility, second barrier. So now we are decided viability or feasibility means we have to discuss the challenges to reach this one, and this implementability or solution. Everything we should discuss it. Second important thing is lack of technology, lack of adequate technology in India. As far as this technology, global environmental technology is concerned, this is being mainly controlled by developed nations. They have to transfer. That's what that kind of demand is being made under the COP, technology and funds. Developed countries are not willing to transfer it to the countries like India, but no funds, no technology. So India has to develop its own technology, or else it has to take from the other developed countries like US, from its allies mainly. So that is another. However, India is implementing, putting a lot of investment, promoting this global green technologies. However, this is good, but not in accordance with our targets. It's not sufficient. The present investment spree from the government side and technological drive is not sufficient to meet these targets. Okay, that is the another one. However, the India is actively participating in the global efforts. Okay, that's good. So that there is a possibility to reach these targets. And as far as the renewable energy mission, it's a renewable energy mission. As far as the India's renewable energy mission is concerned, India's renewable energy target is 175 gigawatt energy by 2035 25 itself. But India has been succeeding in this one. In order to fulfill this task, India started under International Solar Alliance global efforts. So, and its wind energy mission, and EV policy. For example, in the last budget, India declared, the Minister of Finance declared the EV swap policy, and more concessions, more subsidies to promote the manufacturing of the EV vehicles. These are all the targets. So India has been doing a lot of good, very commendable task according to global some survey organizations also. India has been doing very well, but not sufficient to meet these targets. Given the vibrancy of the Indian economy, given the expanding the level of the scale of the Indian economy, and it's global and a fastest growing economy. Number one. Number two is India is going to become the second largest economy by 2047. By 2070, or in between 2070 and 2080, it is going to become the first largest economy, even beating the China. So, given these predictions, the present efforts are not sufficient enough. So, India has to should double its efforts in order to fulfill this task. And India's green mission and expansion of its forests is also not expected level. That is also important. And also, instead of this one, and as far as the certain measures is concerned, India should improve its green by improving certain policies like social forestry, agroforestry, and drought prone area developmental programs, and go give more focus on the life. Okay, life, that measures the Indian government proposed to this one, and its mangroves alliance along with UAE and Australia, etc., etc., and global efforts. These are very important. And according to such recent Minister of Energy and Minister of Foreign, Minister of Finance, etc., etc., India is the second coal consuming country next to China. So this coal consumption may continue up to 2050, 2070 also. So this is the main barrier. So that's why India should reduces its coal consumption by improving its non renewable energies, renewable energy mix. like nuclear energy and wind energy, solar energy, etc., etc. So this is what. However, though it appears to be feasible, okay, the consistent and determined efforts from the government side with the global, by taking the help from the global side, is very important to reach the two targets. Number one by 2030, number two by 2080. However, it is appears to be feasible, but it needs consistent efforts. In that way, we have to give the conclusion for this question. Thank you very much.